Hello everybody and welcome back to the Incan Sun God Challenge Part 8. This is going to be an absolute exercise in futility as we battle both the hostilities of the Europeans while westernizing. Honestly, if we make it out of this episode alive and not the slave of some European country or suffer an internal conflict, that would be great, but I'm under the impression that we will suffer very, very badly in this particular episode. I'm in dire need of increasing my administration points. The only way really to do this, it seems, is to cut back on some expenditures, in which case I will be destroying, or rather firing, not destroying. That's a bit intense. We will not be firing anybody. We really need to bring up our administrative power, though. As you guys can see, it is very, very low. So without further ado, let's hope that nobody destroys us while we are destroying our own internal dissidents. Military access from Spain. I almost don't want to integrate Tapuia at this point, just because as soon as I do, they will have even more provinces that they desire. Portuguese Brazil doesn't hate me too much, but then again, they are independent from Portugal itself, and they have a very, very strong military, the last time I checked, so let's go ahead and check that again. Yes, Portuguese Brazil has a force limit of 76. 76, yes, that is not an exaggeration, most unfortunately. So, we really need to get on their good side. In the process of doing so, let's see when we can integrate Guarani. We can integrate it whenever we want to, but the problem is of course that we are in the middle of westernizing, so we will of course wait until after that is done. So in the meantime, let us send our diplomats to Portugal and hope they don't hate us too much. Of course, they are allied with Spain. It couldn't really get any worse than this. But in the future, we might be saved by somebody or something, who knows. I really hope so at this point. We are in a very bad and sticky situation with the rise of Portugal, or in Portuguese Brazil. Quite historical looking Portugal, though. Portuguese Brazil, I should say. Ignore the demands, of course. Always going to ignore the demands. When can we hire the next guy? Okay, we need a little bit more money. But a disaster is going to come if we do not raise our administration points more. This is going to be very, very tricky. Let's go ahead and take a look at our westernization. It's at 70%, so, you know, it's almost done. Which is very, very good. So, let's go ahead and slow it down a little bit. Hold on one second, I need to minimize. I'm actually recording with two separate programs right now. That's not going to work. I was using Fraps earlier to film a tutorial, because Fraps is really the only software you can use to record your desktop, and it decided to record my game as well. So now that that's out of the way, we will not be wasting precious, precious hard drive space. Looming disaster is getting closer and closer. When can I hire you, Mr. Orko Veronica Tupac Amaru? Say that 2 times fast. It's very difficult. A promising trader. Very, very nice. Colonial expansion. We definitely don't want them to settle anywhere that we don't have already, so unfortunately we will do this instead. And pretty soon we will be able to hire a advisor, which we really, really, really need at this point. Of course, we will ignore your demands. No more demands for you. And I believe Orko Veronica will be able to be hired this month. Let's go ahead and get him into office. Ooh, oh my god, we are losing money now. That's to be expected, though, I suppose. But loans are a small price to pay for, you know, a looming disaster and all that. But maybe this will open me up for another disaster. I certainly hope not. We will find out. Now that we have a loan, what other disasters we're going to get? Nothing. Okay, cool. So, we are going to be gaining +2 admin a turn, but it might not be enough for me to stop the internal conflicts from happening. I certainly hope it is, but, you know, we never know. As soon as Westernization stops, though, that'll be very, very nice. We can finally afford to do things that we couldn't do earlier. And I mean, if the internal wars do happen, it is not the end of the world. It's just, you know, I really could have done a lot of things differently in this particular run-through. I made a lot of mistakes, as you guys no doubt already have found. And of course, Portugal has already claimed some of these provinces. It's not good for us. I might not be able to afford this advisor for very long, but with any luck, we will westernize before we have to worry too much about that. Of course, Spain is relishing any opportunity to get in my grill, and sending yet another... Oh my god, they are literally just forward settling on me. Oh, right, yeah, oh, wow, this is terrible. Okay, we're definitely going to lose westernization progress, because to lose more stability would mean that this looming disaster would be even more grave of a threat. Let's see, it's 61%. Fantastic. Okay, Spain doesn't like me anymore. Or rather, won't let me ingratiate myself with them anymore. We are back up to 81% for westernization. We're getting there. We're getting closer. Let's just go ahead. Oh, would you look at Portuguese Brazil likes me now. That's really, really helpful, actually. Maybe we can... They are a subject nation, of course. Let's see what their liberty desire is. Liberty desire of 69. You know, if they ever do go independent, that'd be very, very, very good news for us. Because we could probably use an ally down here. Eventually, of course, we would turn on them, but that's not after until we westernize and conquer some of our neighbors, like New Granada. I wish we would westernize already, though. This is getting to be a little bit too much to handle with the debt that is going to be accumulated in the process of holding on here. Let's appoint new diplomats. That way we can get some more points to spend for westernization, of course. Now New Granada does no longer want us to do that, so let's go ahead and increase our reputation with Portuguese Brazil. Once again, we lost a claim, blah, 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 blah. We don't really care. Of course, they're gonna do this. Let's go ahead and find Charcas. Where are you? Charcas is like right over here. We're going to move our trusty general over here to ignore their demands. Because whenever you ignore demands, you have to be ready and willing to crush any dissent, much like these reactionaries that just popped up. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, debt is only a number. We can keep going up because, honestly, it beats the hell out of getting civil war. Or even worse, gasp, a peasants' war. Those are the worst. I'm not even sure if I can get those as a non-Western European country, but you never know. We're getting very, very close, actually, to being able to be finished westernizing, if that's a word. And Spain is just being a total douche nozzle, as we can see. But they are at war with... Oh, they're losing a continental war. You know, after I westernize, it might be a good time to attack New Granada, just because, well, I say that. They are, of course, allied with Portugal, I believe. Let's go ahead and check. They still are. So it will be a bad idea. Something that we cannot really do just yet. So we will skip on that. Instead, let's go ahead and annex Guarani. It'll take a little while, but that's fine. We're used to it. Portugal has been improved with their relations. I really need to set up a wall quickly to stop Brazil from expanding further into my patrimony, which I will do next time I get a settler, which will be very, very soon, actually. And New Granada still hates me. What's new? Let's go ahead and fabricate. I don't really want to do that, actually. That's a bad idea. We're just going to have a very bored diplomat. which is fine. We almost have enough administration power to boost, and we have a self-sustaining colony. Excellent. Right here. Very, very cool. Let's go ahead and go up here and try to prevent these pesky Portuguese, or rather Brazilians at this point, from getting any closer to our areas. National unrest, monthly autonomy change. That's pretty shitty, but you know what? We're going to do that. Better than throwing back our westernization attempt, which is now at 91%. Fantastic. I can't wait to sack this administrator. That is really busting my balls. Where is Porto Carreno? It's over here. Goods produced, fantastic, whatever. Spain coming in to fill up all of this area that I have not already taken. That's fine. A loan is coming due. Well, you know what? Inflation is just a number. We don't really care. And we almost have enough administrative mana. Almost enough administrative power to get rid of this looming disaster that is about to take a toll on my country. In just 2 turns, we should be in positive stability for once. And we have a legitimacy of 1. That really is probably the worst I think I've ever seen it in any game. Fantastic. Now we can boost our stability, thank God. And let's fire this fucking terrible administrator and start paying back our loans. Well, when we can anyways. They'll be due in 1558, that's fine. We have recovered negative stability, very, very nice. Let's, well, we can't really do that yet. Let's do the incorporate Tapuia, because we're going to be doing that pretty soon. Well, I should say that. Let's go and cancel that. We're integrating Guarani. I made a mistake there. One of many. But on the bright side, westernization's almost here. We're at 95%. We can't really lose stability. So let's lose some money instead. And I'm making absolutely no administrative power, or really any power of any sort right now. We will be done with December 1557, very, very good. Thank God it will be done this year. I really can't wait to start westernizing and increasing my position here. Maybe start getting some good troops for once. New Spain will be the topic of the day, or rather New Granada. They will be who I decide to take to war first. Of course, once it's safe to do so. Safe meaning once Portuguese Brazil declares independence from Portugal, if that ever indeed actually happens. A man can hope, certainly. New Granada, right. Let's increase our relations with everybody next to us. And then those Europeans. If we can get a European ally, it'll be even better. But I've not actually gotten the decision yet to convert to Catholicism. I really wish I did. That'll definitely increase my standing with these heathens in the northeast. And when you look at that, we are almost done with our westernization. This will be very, very good once this finally happens. We have completed our westernization. Despite a long period of unrest and instability, and against all odds, we have managed to pull through and modernize our country's military up to the Western standard. Very, very, very nice. Let's... can we even do that? How would we be able to do that? I don't think we can do that. Sorry, game. Let's go with Fortify Meta, because eventually I might be able to actually do that. But for the time being, we can set some rivals. Oh, I really don't want to set a rival against Spain or anybody like that. We are just going to let that languish. And would you look at that, we now have access to all of the information these Western Europeans have. Let's go ahead and start with becoming friends with France, who is of course rivaled with Spain. If I can even ally them later on, I will certainly do so. That'll definitely give me a heads up. Let's go ahead and do that to Meta. Where's Meta? There it is. We are going to complete that quest. Of course, now we are westernized. Life is great. we will be able to tech up much, much faster, and so we shall, as soon as we have the means of doing so. But in the meantime, we need to pay off our debts. That is the most important thing. And we're making a lot of money. A lot of money, actually. But we need to repay our loans if we are to be taken seriously, and especially before we start throwing out 3 colonists at a time. I would like to do that eventually. We can probably afford an advisor at this point. Let's go with the safest bet of national tax modifier. Very, very nice and very, very useful. Once I pay off all of my debts, we can start spamming colonists, because as soon as we do that, we will deny more territory for these pesky Europeans, whom we hate with a passion. I'm going to go ahead and preemptively send some... where should we colonize next? Portugal is moving in for as much of Brazil as they can muster. We should go ahead and move, you know, down here, I suppose, for our next province. We need to block off the coast, or as much of it as we can. We are absolutely raking in the dosh. And soon we will be able to start spamming settlers. You know what, we can afford to reject that, because now we have enough to boost our stability. Fantastic. And even pay off of our loans. All of our loans are gone. Hooray. Our administrative tech will suffer for quite a while, but that's alright. Let's go up here. And nope, we're not going to abandon that colony. Instead, we will recall the settler here. And of course, they're going to rise up. That's a surprise to absolutely no one. Let's send a colonist here. Like I said, it's imperative that we... Ooh, Portugal has set me as a rival. That's really bad. But it's totally to be expected at this point. Let's get France up if we can. That'd be very, very helpful. France as an ally will definitely keep the Europeans off of our back. Let's see, now that Portugal has declared us as a rival, Portuguese Brazil still likes us, which is really fantastic. Let's also set Portugal as a rival. Let's fuck Portugal. And, right, so now we've got our... What? Fuck. Uh-oh. This is really bad news. Uh-oh. Hey, Portuguese Brazil, aren't we friends? I thought we had a thing going on here. Fuck. Well, guys, this is really, really bad news. I don't even need to tell you how bad this is. This is, like, the worst. We need everybody we can get, assuming that the Spaniards don't declare war on me as well. They don't, which is good. We need everybody we can muster. Literally everybody. I wish I had a European ally, but I don't. Well, you know what? Whatever. Let's go ahead and, you know, try not to die too badly. Let's see what we've got going on for force limits. We can hire, of course, more units after we core some of these places here. We need a lot more units if we are to be taken seriously. So let's go ahead and recruit as much as we can. Of course, now that we have access to horsemen, we will be needing them as well. Let's see if this helps. 3 colonies, we are still making quite a bit of money. Let's hope they don't drag their ally into this. Portuguese Brazil is, you know, military tech of 12, we're at 6. We really don't stand a chance in a pitched conflict. So we will, of course, be waiting for reinforcements. What type of leaders do we even have at this point? Is our ruler good? No, he sucks. Is our heir good? No, he sucks. Of course, that is pretty terrible. Will we ever survive the days to come? I'm not even sure. I certainly hope so. But I have not my fingers crossed. We might lose a vassal, but that's a small price to pay for European aggression. Let's lose inflation. That's always a good option. And raise our war taxes as well. So we've westernized, which is good, but we still have nothing better than what we had before, which is bad. We will have to rely on our numbers, which is also bad. But we are raising a terrifying army. We, of course, have lost the siege of Murasabu. Oh, great! Look, the Spaniards have joined the conflict. We are about ready to get butt-raped here.
Tech has joined the channel. Tech has left the channel.
So, there is always that. I really have no hope for what's about to happen. You know what? And if we lose this conflict, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it certainly seems like it is, but it's not. Rest assured. We can always come back from any defeat that we suffer. Hopefully. I say that hopefully. Let's go ahead and take control of some of these provinces up here just to piss off Portugal, though. That'd be nice. The more we do that, the more we keep them out of our grill. I never thought this was going to happen so soon. But of course, it's entirely expected, I should say, at this point in time. We have captured this province, which is good. Let's go and capture all of these colonial provinces. And maybe we can white peace them in terms that are not too terrible. Attack her Milan. I swear to God, I hope that they attack Spain. That'd be very, very nice. Let's go ahead and... Oh, can't do that at war, of course. Yet again, I am capturing all of the Portuguese colonies that they have variously spread about. Free war score, really. And hopefully I can white peace Spain out of a deal, and maybe even start making some territorial gains here. I'm not, you know, too confident that we can pull anything off, but it might happen. You never know. Come on, 9 November. Make it so. We are sending our men up to the north to reinforce our advance. We will need mercs and probably more units. Yes, we can hire more new units. That's good. Get on it. Maybe even some mercenaries. That'd be pretty nice too. Now it's time for us to move. We know when we are cornered and the Portuguese are making a move on us. Oh shit, we are totally cornered now. Well, these guys are probably gonna die. To whom? It really doesn't matter. Let's go this way. Perhaps we can fake him out. And we're going to send all of our units up here to make a final stand against the invader. Let's see if we can white peace them now, though. We really don't have a chance, really, against this massive army. If we can white peace them, that would be fantastic news. If we can't, so be it. We might lose a little bit of territory, but we will keep our dignity intact. Of course, the damn Portuguese got to me before I left the particular province. That's not too surprising. We need to move in. 29 December, 20th December. Do I even dare go there? Cross the river here, cross the river there. Do they cross the river to get to me? Probably. Maybe not. We really just need more men that we don't even have at this point. Going for Araxis once again. And trying to take Araxis. Not on my watch. I really need to peace as fast as I can. They are attacking me. Not too surprising. Do we send in all of our men to get slaughtered? Yes, yes we do. I really need a peace. Even if the terms are absolutely terrible. Look, even Great Britain is in on this war. What the fuck is going on here? This is awful. I would pretty much do anything here at this point, so I don't have to, you know, lose all of my territory. Oh, Jesus. These terms are awful. Even war reparations? No? Okay, that's not enough for you guys. Fuck you. You know what? Fuck you. Let's just pull our men back. We really can't win this conflict. All of our men, pull them back. We need the war to rage on a little bit more. Look up here in the north. We are getting destroyed by Spain, of course. Is that a surprise? No. No, it's not. We really should just send our men back. We really can't defend anything at this point. That's what happens when we are declared upon right after finishing our westernization process. Rough, rough, rough. Rough, rough, rough. A war that we will personally never forget. At least Brazil is reconsidering their relationship with Portugal. Back to Cusco, all of you. Perhaps we can take on the Spaniards up here. They're numerically inferior. Let's just, you know, send all of our guys out there to do just that. We have no choice at this point. Run before the Portuguese destroy all of you. Running is all that we have left. Porto Carrero, Rio Grande do Sul, Quaba, those are the only colonies we have left. They'll probably be conquered by the Portuguese, given time. Really no surprise. We lost a battle. Once again, I'm not surprised. This battle up here. The Spanish are moving in on Bogota. Even if we can white peace Spain, that would be fantastic. But at this point, I am not too confident we will be able to do that. We need more men, and fast. Some men will reinforce us once we get there. This run is not quite as smooth as Arumba's run, you know. Other people who have done this run, they've gotten, I guess, a little bit luckier in that these colonial nations didn't get frickin' massive by the time, you know, they'd colonized their way to the coast. Of course, I have nobody but to blame but that shitty leader that we had in the past. But at this point, we are just fighting to survive. My alarm goes off. We have to end the video very, very soon. But first, I would like to slap Spain in the face. Or at least as much as I can, really. Do we have the men to do it? Maybe. We'll try. It'll be a valiant effort. Of course, we're losing other sieges. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, all of you get over there. We don't even have legitimacy to lose, that's fine. Okay, let's make a move on Spain. That will cross the river. Will this cross the river? Of course it will. Let's kind of go around them if we can. And maybe even make our leader a general. Right, so we won't cross the river if we go this way. Let's definitely do that. Who gets there first? They definitely don't. 4 March. 5 March. We will show those Spaniards that we cannot be trifled with, even if we are a really shitty tech group. We're getting slapped by the Spaniards. Really, really mercilessly here. Can we even try to do what we did earlier? No, we can't. We have to get slapped a little bit more before they will consider. How far are you guys going to run? You guys going to run all the way back to Cusco? Of course you are, because you guys are sissies. Absolute sissies. No wonder the Europeans are shitting all over us at this particular point in time. Nobody is surprised. No. We cannot even do war taxes at this point. Let's just bend over and let all of the Europeans in. Absolutely disastrous run. Absolutely disastrous. I guess that's good. Maybe we'll get a colony in this space of this particular war that is going really terribly for all of us. Of course, we lost that. That's not a surprise. Hey, at least on the bright side, we might, you know, make a colony. Bright side. Right. Okay, so you guys, you need to consolidate your regiments and go up here. All of you, go. We need more mercs, of course. Do we cross the river going this way? Of course we do. Do we cross the river going this way? Of course we do. What about this way? Of course we do. We need not cross any rivers. Cross the river going this way? We don't. Good. So we need to attack from that angle. After this probably disastrous attack, we will end this particular episode because I do need to go. Sorry, this episode is a little bit shorter than what you guys are used to. Is this the best king the best general we've got? No, but you know what? Let's try our hand at a new one. This guy's way better. And where is... Let's fire some people. That guy sucks. Come on over here. Time to attack. We don't really have any time. Let's just hope for the best. We stood no chance. Of course. We stood no chance. What am I saying? Wow. I'll pretty much take any offer that comes up in the peace treaty. But guys, I really do have to go. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode.